Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pediatrics by Dr. Anand. A beautiful evening to all the amazing people. Today is a very beautiful day. आज हमारे सामने in front of us we have a very wonderful person. His name is Dr. Junaid. He is gonna introduce himself also. But before he introducing, I'm just sharing few things about him and about the whole curriculum. So FMG has been a very wonderful, as yet a very challenging course for all the students. And as we all know, in 2023 the passing rate of FMG has declined abruptly. So that's why I wanted to have an interview with one of our very wonderful person. He's from Jammu Kashmir. His name is Dr. Junaid, and he's also a FMG student. And I wanted to talk to him regarding the whole thing happening about the pros and cons of being an FMG student. So this session is all about that. So starting with this session, Dr. Junaid, I would like you to introduce yourself. आप कहाँ से हैं? आपने अपनी schooling कहाँ से की? कुछ बताएं अपने बारे में.
Well, as you know that my name is Dr. Sheikh Junaid. Well, I hail from Jammu and Kashmir, often known as like heaven on earth. Well, I have done my schooling from a local school in Jain, and I have passed FMG in Jan this year, and presently I'm doing my internship at GMC Rajouri.
Okay, wonderful. So I wanted to ask you, you gave the FMG exam this year, right? So was that your first attempt or second attempt?
Yeah, it was my first attempt.
ओके, ग्रेट ग्रेट. सो मुझे ये बताएं, एक लोकल स्कूल से आपने अपनी जर्नी स्टार्ट की जैसे कि आपने बताया, एंड देन यू वेंट टू हैव डूइंग एमबीबीएस आउटसाइड इंडिया. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, एमबीबीएस itself is such a wonderful course, and millions of people dream to have this course. And then having this FMG life, like मुझे कुछ इसके बारे में बताओ, like how did you even think about getting admission outside India? Why it is not, why you did not choose to take an admission in India?
So basically, in our state, at our time, we don't need to qualify NEET. जैसे अभी होता है, like you need to qualify for NEET UG, and then you can go outside.
Right.
But at our time, the seats were very less. Like at my time, I have done my MBBS. It started from 2017, and at that time, roughly we had two 300 seats, government seats in our state, and
Okay.
that too, you may be knowing this or not, we have 50% quota. Like 50% will be for boys, 50% will be for girls. So
Okay.
at that time, we had just 150 seats for boys. So it was a bit hard. It was a bit challenging for you. But my passion was to be a doctor. Whether you have to do this in any way. So at my time, I even like qualified NEET, and I went outside for my further studies.
Okay, great,
Yes.
wonderful. So, I wanted to ask you one thing. This interview will be seen by a lot of students who wants to pursue their MBBS outside India and who wants to know that एक FMG का life होता कैसा है, उसके pros और cons क्या होते हैं. So, starting with the first basic thing, FMG, as you FMG, I mean, as you started, you did your MBBS from outside India. Like, how's the life there, and how was it overall? Was it amazing? Was it okay? कुछ बताएं इसके बारे में.
So, to be honest, life is difficult. It is different. It is challenging because if you are at home, life is very easy. Like if you go outside, you need to do everything yourself. For example, you have to study, you have to do everything. You have to cook yourself, you have to do washing, you have to like manage everything. So in that way, life is challenging, life is difficult, and for me that was a learning phase for me. That was a process for me. And regarding the, we can say the bad thing about going outside is that you miss your homeland. You miss your family. Talking to family daily on video calls or sending messages. It was a new experience for us. And sometimes you will have network issues. You can't talk. Your parents are busy. So that was a challenging thing for us.
Right.
But yeah, overall, the life is very beautiful there also, and yeah, you got to learn a lot of things outside.
Great, wonderful. So I'll say again, with me, I have Dr. Junaid, who is a FMG student and who says that life is good there, but at the same time, you have to do everything by yourself. You miss your parents and you are on your own over there. But Dr. Junaid, what about the study aspects? Like, there's a lot of biased issues, be someone doing MBBS from outside. I have a lot of juniors who, after 12th class, they ask me that, so should I take MBBS outside India in Georgia, Canada, or Kazakhstan, or Russia, or should I do in India? Like, once you came back doing your FMG, you came back over here. Now you're in Jammu and Kashmir. So has the story for you been totally okay, or was there a discrimination, as in you are not a government student or not a government or a private student?
So, firstly, if you are thinking like going outside, you need to see your checklist first. Like, if you have passion for this, then go outside. If like someone is going and then I need to follow that trend, don't go for that. And second thing, if like sometimes your parents also want that you want to be a doctor. If you are like mentally, physically, or we can say emotionally fit for this, then go outside. Secondly, yes, there is like a kind of we see a difference thing between IMGs and FMGs. Yes, I have seen this. Like I'm been working here for last 3 months now. So there is a tagline that you are an FMG, and even sometimes people call us like that. बाहर से करके आए हो या पढ़ाते हैं वैसे कुछ उधर कैसा होता है. So we have seen this, but I can say with each day, we FMGs are being like more stronger. We have accepted the challenge, and we are like we are not second to none to IMGs, because we face every difficulties like going outside, and after that coming here and proving our thing that we are not like less than you, and the pressure we feel. But yeah, this is how it is, but we
Yeah.
just deal this with.
Fair enough. That's very well put, actually. But tell me also about the study aspect. If someone, if a MBBS student is like someone who is applying for a first year MBBS and he is planning, his parents are saying that you should go abroad. So is it a, will you recommend anyone who is starting his MBBS career to go out, do MBBS outside India? It's perfectly fine or not fine. What is your overall, like, a bottom take home message? Should I do should I do my MBBS from outside, or should I try to do it here, or it's all the same? What's your take on that?
Firstly, the procedure is like you have to apply for, you have to give NEET UG. If you qualify that, and if your score is not good, then you can go outside. For firstly, you need to qualify that, and after that, you will go outside. But for me, first you should try at your homeland. If it's not possible, you're not getting the seat here, then the best option is go outside if you want to do this. Now, regarding the quality of education,
Mm-hmm.
the quality of education is good, yeah. But for that thing, you need to choose your like country, your college, your everything. You should need to choose it wisely, because because some college, they don't have the medium is not English, because if there is a communication barrier, then you can't study properly, you can't interact with parents, patients, sorry, patients, yeah.
Right.
And second thing is, for us, like the budget. Being from a middle class family, I need to see that things, the cost of living, and the last thing is weather. You need to see that, because India is a very hot country. I come from Jammu and Kashmir, and choosing Kazakhstan is was also that the weather is goes into the minus. So these things
Right.
I have used.
Great. Yeah, I totally agree with you. So I'll repeat again to our wonderful audience. We have Dr. Junaid. He's from Jammu Kashmir. He's an intern. He's an FMG student. Number one, he says that doing his graduation from a abroad country. Number one, you have to do everything by yourself. You miss your home and family. And for all those who are applying for FMG, like as in you are applying for MBBS outside India, make sure you're mentally fit and mentally healthy, because you're gonna be alone over there and you have to take care of yourself. But Dr. Junaid, tell me one thing. Why does a student who has done his MBBS from outside, why does he has to come back to India? Is there a compulsion? Like, if I don't want to come to India, like, are there opportunities if you're working in Georgia, if you're doing your MBBS from Georgia, like, can you work over there, or get a permanent membership over there? Is it possible or not possible?
Yes, yes, it is possible. But like most of the students, they come to India, back to India. But some students, they pursue PG there and permanently settle there. But it depends on person to person. It depends. For
Yeah.
me, like um, I can't imagine like staying outside, leaving my homeland, my parents there. For me, it was just like I have to complete my course there. I have to come back. I have to like uh, I have to serve my society and India, like in a country like India. Uh, being a doctor here, you earn a lot, not in the terms of we can say money, but in other aspects also. Like a local person or a local man, he or she will see you in a different way, but that is not possible in other countries.
Why it is not
Every time the
possible in
money,
that way?
because I can say that like in outside countries, if you are doing a job there, वहां पे ये होता है कि kind of ये लोग आपको like they don't give, मतलब यहाँ पे ऐसा 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 सीन है कि यहाँ पे हम ऐसे देखते हैं कि they see next to us God, because you see like आपने खुद देखा होगा, but in other countries you don't get that level of things, you can't see that.
Yeah, because there are so many things
I'm not.
associated, the language barrier, the city barrier, the land barrier. I totally agree with you. But one thing, like what the main purpose of doing this interview with you is, I want to ask you one important question, that what is the issue? What is the issue of a student not getting a good rank, or at least forget about getting a good rank, qualifying FMG exam? Because this is everyone's concern. This is every mom's and dad's concern who have sent their a person outside India, and he has 5.5 years worked hard over there, came back, and he has to qualify a FMG exam, foreign medical graduate examination. My question to you is that why we are not able to score more than 150 if in an FMG exam, because this time the result has been very sadly very
10%.
bad. And I had a lot of juniors from Jaipur, Pune, Bangalore, who I have taught them third and fourth attempt. They were like, sure, I'll get this time, sir. Paper, matlab, I'll do it. And the result again 148 and 146. So where is the problem? Is the problem with the system? Is the problem we are not studying from the first year over there? Or is the problem that we are not studying anything there and coming back and starting from scratch? Like, what do you think about it? What's your take?
My take on this is like the level of MCQs is like I guess I think like it is similar to NEET PG now, because they don't ask you one-liners there. They generally ask you scenario-based MCQs. So the level has been up. So for that thing, I guess the FMGs need to level up. You can't like you can't study for first 3 hours and first 3 years and then think that in last year I will study and I will do that thing. This is not going to happen now, because you need to study from basics. If you are in first year, you need to study anatomy, तभी आप लास्ट पे एनाटॉमी को क्रिस्प कर सकते हो, रिवाइज कर सकते हो. This is my take, because with time now examiners know that कि one liners तो अब नहीं आएंगे, अब तो सारा कुछ like they ask you more practical things, they ask you more image based MCQs, and they ask you scenario based MCQs.
Hmm.
बट उसके लिए this is I think कि हमें स्टार्ट से पढ़ना चाहिए, नॉट कि हम पहले साल से एमसीक्यू करेंगे, नहीं, just learn basics, just attend your postings, and this will help you in the end. This will help you in your internship also, this will help in your FMG also. So और ये भी होता है कि we have some pressure, because if we see IMG जब डिग्री खत्म करते हैं, in the next month they join their internship, but when we finish our degree we need to sit for almost 5-6 months, will prepare, और ये mental बैरियर भी रहता है कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर नहीं हुआ तो क्या होगा. सो सम स्टूडेंट्स डोंट डील विद द प्रेशर, वो भी होता है. सो दैट इज व्हाई.
Yeah, because the thing is like we need to help all the students. We need to see the loose end. कहाँ पे किसकी गलती और किसकी कमी हो रही है. Either we spread a message of not sending any student outside India, or either we send some other message. Because number one, like we all know the level of education we expect as an Indian parent, we expect the level of education in Georgia or Canada or Ukraine anywhere would be very good, like a support system, like small teaching groups they have. And we expect that's what we see in Netflix movies and then everything, that they have the best of the best of the best. So we expect that students should come back to India with another next level of knowledge. And here sadly he's struggling to even score a 150. So what do you think about it? Like where is the issue then?
Mm, I guess
Is the
कह
exam
सकता
system
हूँ.
of or the like the issue can be, are they asking questions which are not relevant? Because naturally USMLE has a different setup of questions, NEET has a different, someone applying for MRCP-CH is different. So do you think what do you think about it? Or maybe I think we should study again properly. What's your take on that?
I think कुछ मतलब कुछ students, what they do exactly, they used to study in the last year. They think so कि अब like हमें क्या करना है, like you just need to score 150, हो जाएगा. This is how. But with time now, the time is changing now. Like I have seen in my university, the students, they basically start from first year. They don't see, because after seeing these results na, they are very much worried.
Hmm.
Even some of my juniors called me that say that how we need to approach on this. I
Right.
I just I just say that you should start from basics. Don't follow MCQs from your first year, that MCQ करना है खाली. Just clear your concepts,
Hmm.
do practical things, and do attend postings. Because
Right.
I know, because when you study outside, you don't have anyone जो जो आपको बोलेगा ये करना है ये करना है, क्योंकि at the end of the day you need to do everything yourself.
Yeah.
तो वो लीनियंसी आ जाती है. सो आई थिंक कि वो लीनियंसी आपको खत्म करनी है. फॉर मी, लाइक you need to put small chunks to make a big thing.
Right.
And
Yes. Mm-hmm.
या जो जिसने वो किया, मतलब जिसने वो स्मॉल चंक्स को फिल किया और मेक अ बिग थिंग, he will be. But yeah, sometimes seeing 10% is a very bad thing. But I think it will, in coming exam, it will
Definitely,
be a
of
better.
course.
It will
I
be
mean,
better.
that's what, see, being a elder person or being a mentor, it's our duty to help the next batch or next generation. It shouldn't happen, because it shouldn't happen that the same generation and the next generation is doing the same mistake again and again. Because somewhere by the end of the story, we need to uplift the mankind. We need to uplift the level of all over pan India, and and we all are doctors by the end of the day. So it's our duty to
Yes.
help each other. That's why I wanted to have an interview, that where are we lacking. And of course an FMG student can tell us best actually, that sir, I have done my MBBS from outside, so I know myself that my batch or my group, I was lacking there. Maybe the professors didn't take interest in me, maybe I did not take interest in the teaching, maybe language was such a huge barrier. Could be anything. We just have to speak about it, and then only we can talk about it. And one more thing also, tell me, what is the best thing of doing your MBBS from outside country? Like, what were your good golden moments like over there?
Firstly, it was a new experience. It was totally a different place to see. And it was like, the best thing was like, I visited 2 or 3 countries. I visited Turkey, I visited Finland, I visited Kazakhstan. So that was a golden thing, because ऐसे if अगर मैं इंडिया में होता तो मैं कभी 3 कंट्रीज की बात ही नहीं करता. So for a
Yeah.
for a guy like me, 3 countries visit karna, that was a golden thing for me,
Mhm.
because I participated in 2 Olympiads through my university. So that is how it worked.
And
But
how
the
was
bad part
the
was,
curricular over there?
yes,
Like the extracurricular activities were good? Were the teachers and the university supportive enough for any extracurricular activities?
yes, they were good. In our first year and second year, we have a physical education thing also. Like if you need to attend that, and if you are failing in that, then you can't jump to next semester. Like you need to be like physically fit for those things. That
Mhm.
that was a good thing. That is a bit different from Indian system.
Wonderful. That's great. So I'll repeat again to our audience that we have Dr. Junaid. He is a wonderful student and wonderful person also. I know him personally also. Very wonderful things he has put. Number one, that if you want to do your residency and your MBBS outside India, of course you can do. Make sure you are mentally and physically strong. At the same time, missing the family, yes, it's always an issue. That's very true. He has put a point about it. But you will be on your own and you will be much a better person, because I have a lot of juniors who now they cook, they know how to cook rice, they know how to cook all the food and all that. And I think that's it's self sufficient. If you become a man by yourself, that's very good. Definitely, if you guys have a budget issue, Dr. Junaid has told, definitely then studying and doing MBBS from outside countries definitely is a better idea comparatively, because the private management and quota in India, it's of course extremely expensive and high. And one more thing also, Dr. Junaid, I want to ask you, so like what is your final suggestion for the next batch of FMG and next batch of 12th class students who are planning for, after PMT, they are planning for this MBBS in an abroad country. So finally, like what do you want to suggest? Like should I go and do my MBBS from outside, or should I just try again, drop for 6 months and do it here only, or my life will be much beautiful if I do my MBBS from outside?
I guess like I will say just simple things. If you're like if you're dropped here once and you're not able to crack it, then go outside. It is as simple as that. But if you have a passion, then go for this. If you are like if your checklist is filled, then go for this. And if it is your first attempt and you are not able, you just scored 500 and just few marks are left, then you can go for one more chance. This is my suggestion. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
you if you want to go outside, go for it, because at the end your passion matters.
That,
that
that's
is that
that's
is what matters, and go for it.
Yes, that's very true. Because at the same time, I feel that you're going abroad or going any other country totally by on your own. You don't have parents behind you. Then you're getting alone. You're waking up to alone, and studying and doing all the work together. Your homeworks and your wardrobe, starting from the smallest thing to the biggest thing, you are doing on your own. And I think that is what the life of a journey is, because you can't be with your family forever, right? Somewhere you have to be on your own. And it's good, you start timely, and संघर्ष से ही इंसान सीखता है, तो अच्छी बात है अगर कोई बाहर जाना चाहे. But at the same time, a message to all the students, that make sure, as Dr. Junaid also has told, that at least start wherever you are, however you are, start studying properly. This is a very strong message to all the FMG students. Even though you're in first year or in final year, you please start studying and get your concepts correct, because that is the base of the whole story. See, in the end, you have to treat a real human being only. Okay, someone will die because of your half knowledge. My HOD used to say, whenever newborn baby has born, my HOD used to say, it's better to give no baby than giving a bad baby. So it's better to give no baby than giving a bad baby. As in, everyone should know that the baby should cry immediately after birth. If baby not crying, then it's going to be a big problem for the baby and the whole family. So it's better to give no baby than giving a bad baby. And that will only come when you, me, all of us, have a good knowledge. In our hospital also, we have extreme FMG crowd, and beautiful, they are so good. Look, cannula, suture, they are really good. And I keep asking them that how can what happened to you, like you're so good, and you should clear in first attempt. ये क्यों इतना हम सुन रहे हैं, कि रिजल्ट बहुत डिक्लाइन जा रहा है, बहुत प्लस माइनस जा रहा है. And one more thing, Dr. Junaid, like what do you think, what do you suggest, how can we improve our level of education, as in whole, this whole thing is happening? What are your suggestions on the improvement of the education system?
I think
As in, if someone is trying to give an
like
FM exam, like how can he do better, or what is the trick or advice you want to give where the next batch has a better outcome than the previous batch?
um, firstly, don't skip any subject. You can't skip any subject. If it is just a short subject, we say just anesthesia, मैं सिर्फ 5 क्वेश्चन आते हैं, तो 5 क्वेश्चन से क्या होता है? But remember, you have to study each and every subject. सब सब्जेक्ट्स करने हैं. हाँ, but you have to give a proper time to a subject. Like surgery demands more time, anesthesia demands a little time, but you can't skip any subject. Secondly, do MCQs properly. Yes. Thirdly, revision is key. If you can't, you have to revise it 5 or 6 times, because at the end of the day, you are studying 19 subjects and you can't remember 19 subjects in one book. You
Mhm.
need to study that. You need to revise that at least 5 times, and try to study in long hours, and try to make a small circle and try to discuss, because you can't master every concept. Sometimes you need to have like small things, small crunches in that question, so that you can solve that easily. These things will help.
Yeah, I think very beautifully, बिल्कुल मोती की तरह आपने बताया है. Very beautifully, Dr. Junaid has told that important things which are required for any student to focus on and to study. And I always say, like 10 किताबों को एक बार नहीं, एक किताब को 10 बार पढ़ो. So whatever you're reading, you read this 10 times at least. We always have this FOMO, fear of missing out, कि वहां से भी पढ़ लिया, वहां से भी पढ़ लिया, वहां से भी पढ़ लिया. You read one book, you read one thing, you follow one, person, but
Yes,
follow
one
very
source is must.
rigorously. Yeah, so
Yes,
follow
one
very
source is must.
closely. That's very true. And to all the FMG students also, that start studying wherever you are, and just because we all are one and we all are together, we all are from India, and I really want that in the next batch or the next generation should be 10 and 10x better, 10 times better than us. That whatever small mistakes that we have done, I have my juniors who tell me frankly, अरे सर 2-3 साल कुछ नहीं पढ़ा मैंने. I had one more junior who told me, नहीं मैंने तो फर्स्ट ईयर से अच्छे से पढ़ा था. There was one more guy who told me that beginning 2 years I was fine, then I started drinking, then they became the problem. So this is everyone's story. Even ऐसा नहीं कि ये फॉरेन में ही होगा, इंडिया में भी हो सकता है, कहीं भी हो सकता है. That really doesn't matter. But that's what realizing your strength and working on it. That is the whole key. Otherwise, it's difficult.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Dr. Junaid. बड़ा अच्छा लगा आपसे बात करके. Thanks so much. इंशाल्लाह अगर वक्त ने चाहा तो दोबारा मिलेंगे. दिल्ली आइए कभी दिल्ली आप.
Yes, sir. Thank
ठीक.
you, sir.
Thank you so much, everyone. Please take care, and see you with another set of videos, another beautiful student. Till then, take care and thank you.